I just heard train call NS 153 approach Worley track 2. Very clear, very well spoken engineer there. Some people's radio calls are harder to understand than others. This guy enunciated very well. Anyhow, 153 was asked to hold up at North Greenville, so it may be that as 153 goes by, if it's moving decent when it goes by, it may be slowing down as it proceeds. So we'll see how this goes. I've taken a series of videos this morning, so if you've watched any of the others, you might have heard of me talking about some of the comings and goings. 348 earlier, they had to hold up for a long time to wait for the train 237 to get out of Greenville ahead of them. Then 153 here has been asked to hold while 348's working the Greenville yard. So that's what's going on with 153 having to come to a stop at North Greenville. Also, on one of my earlier videos, I mentioned my batteries were running low. So I thought, I got time before 153 gets here. I'll pop across to the Sphinx station on the corner of Pleasantburg Road there and grab batteries, and I did. While I was at the Sphinx station, I could hear another train going by. It was a rail train that was empty. I think I had heard some of the calls, but it was crackly, and I didn't know what it was or where it was. So I was like, I was just going to go for it. And so there was, even with the number of train videos I've taken this morning, there is one that got away. See, I told you he enunciates well. cross ties laying in that NS orange hopper. Not unusual to see cross ties in them gondola cars. view there. A lot of these probably have cross ties in them or empties that would be used for that. Another Conrail, another Norfolk and Westerns, all property in Norfolk Southern. More cross ties sticking out of that Conrail lettered gondola car. Look at that PINX rail car. All the vent caps at the bottom are left hanging open. You can see the resin left in that car laying in those caps. That is not good. That's not good. I see more caps off of these cars coming. Some places do a real good job of cleaning out their cars. My feeling is you're always going to have a little bit of resin you can't get to, just because a lot of times the way the valves are built on the cars, even if you do your best, there still might be a little bit laying in the bottom. And in transit, that stuff is going to settle down. You don't ever want to leave those caps off of empty covered hopper cars. Just not good. And 153 has come to a stop for their red light at North Greenville, since 348 still working yard. I'll walk up here parallel to the track, staying off the tracks. See if we can see, maybe I can zoom in on some of these ones that have the caps off. You can see the material in them. Only got about 2 minutes left before this video times out. Once it looks like these caps are on this first car. I see a couple off on the next car. See if they're cleaned out better than that other one. That PINX car, it really looked like there was a good bit of material in those. It's just going to dribble out as the train rolls down the tracks. Alright, we're at a good height. You can see on this car, whoever cleaned this one out did a pretty good job, because you can see all the way through, you can see light. So, you know, there's some variation material to material, how cleaned out you can get the cars, but that really was disturbing looking to me. Being a person that tries to be responsible and not do that with my rail cars. Yeah, on this car, you got a mixed bag. You got, that was cleaned out, you can see light through it. Same with the next compartment. The final two compartments, they put the little plastic covers on without putting the actual caps on that are supposed to go over it. That plastic cover, if it stays on, might keep that material in there. But the cap is right there. They could have put the cap on and screwed the handles down, and it's not a hard procedure. It just takes a minute. That's WLPX 60267. Alright, I'm 20 seconds away from this video ending, so just cut it off here anyway.